Here we go, working on the bushcraft shelter. I thought I had this going before, but apparently I hit the camera button, not the video button. So I've got, the bird nest is gone now, so it's not such a big deal to mess with it. I went and cut the end of this broke stump off, which I drug over there, and I did hit a chunk of wire in it, which kind of jacked up the chain. I cut this big branch here off, plus another couple small ones above it. I'm working on getting the ladder set up to cut the two branches off over there. It's trying to spit a little bit of rain on me, plus there is another branch on the back that I'm going to try to get cut off. Them couple little ones on the top I'm not worried about because it's not going to mess with my weight. And then I have to work on getting this dug out so I can know I'm not hitting anything, because I'd already found a brick in there already. Then I got to cut this little tree here off and get all that crap dug out of there. So then I can come in and I think I'm gonna cut this little tail off here and notch it and probably hook tractor to it and cut the back out and then just pull it over. Or at least that's the plan and the hopes. We'll see how far we actually make it, because it is starting to sprinkle a little bit. But maybe we'll get it close to ready. But, and if you look, where was it? Oh, I know I hit it because I felt it on the other hunk. I don't see it on that one. But on this one you can tell right here is that wire I hit, which made sparks, and now the chain doesn't cut very good, but I'm trying to get as much cut as I can before it starts to rain too much. I'll try it, and I've got my little mount mounted onto the Tahoe. This is the windshield mount, but I was like, you know what? It would stick to a window, and this is a window, and let's see if we can get it put up here without, oh, there's the, and we'll do this all live because that's how I roll. Less editing, the quicker it gets posted. And that's not looking bad, so let's go see if we can't get that other side cut off. Or if I get hurt, then at least it's on video. And we're out of gas. I should have filled it up first, but I figured what the heck, we'll try to get as much done as we can, and apparently I should have done it first. Let me get it refilled and we'll get it restarted. I've got plenty of chain. I've got my big strap tied around it, and I think we're just going to use the Tahoe to pull it over. I got everything hooked up. I've got the dirt dugout, or the rotten wood dugout for the most part. We got one of our wild cats out here playing in the tree. We'll have to make sure it stays safe. But I'm going to come in the back, plunge cut it, get it around to both wedges close, and then we're just going to try to pop it over. We'll see how it works and go from there. I'll probably just not film cutting it, because I don't want to make this a 2-hour long video, especially since I should take the time to sharpen the chain, but it keeps looking more and more like grain, so we're just gonna do it really quick. I'll bring you back to when we start pulling it over. I've got it cut as far as I can because I hit wire on both sides of the cut. There isn't a whole lot left. Ooh, yeah, look at that. I'm pretty sure I could pull that over by hand. Look at how much that sucker is moving just by. So we're gonna get in this. I'm gonna try to set this up on the back here again and see if we can't get the little bit of footage of it following over. If I can adjust this stupid thing right. Well, I can't see my freaking phone. Oh, I'm clear off on the wrong tree. Oh, here we go. We'll tighten that up. We'll try to get in this and pull it over and film it falling all at the same time. We'll see how it works. All right, that come over a lot easier than I thought it might. Ooh, and then I got my hand over it. We hope that turned out. We are gonna have to pull this forward just a little bit more, but I think I'm gonna take some chain out. Well, there we go. We've got her laying down. Woohoo! Laying down. Now we just gotta pull this a little bit farther forward, and that'll make me a nice little triangle or a rectangle here. We got enough tree to build with. This kind of comes out here to kind of protect me there. I'm probably going to end up with the tractor and loader here sometime and push that over tight. I don't know if I can do that with just pulling on it, because I probably should pull it that way, and I've still got a bunch of branches and firewood through there. But we're going to shorten the chain up, because that's why I use my crappy strap that's already broke, because if we have to cut it off, we cut it off and I'm not out anything. But we're going to shorten this chain up and see if we can't slide that forward just, I don't know, 2-3 foot. It actually fell over a lot quicker. I thought maybe it would come out a little bit farther, but I think that's going to work slick. It did split a little bit on this side, which I don't know is good or not, because I hope it don't want to roll. But I guess if it does a little bit, it probably ain't going to hurt nothing. But it kind of split when it flopped over. I think this stump here actually pushed it up, which is what caused it to split. But there wasn't a whole lot left of this poor old girl. This thing's been here forever. And you can see I cut it all but just a little bit there and a little bit on that side. And it was just sitting there good. This could kind of fall apart worse than I hoped, because I was hoping this side would stay up, and then that would cause a little hole there that I could put a flap of some sort on and stack it full of firewood, because I knew it'd be tall enough to get some good wood storage and keep it dry. But let's shorten this chain up and see if I can move it. She moved pretty good, but I have an issue. I may have went a little far, but I think it shouldn't be that big of a deal with the wood I have around and the great big hunks. I might be able to cut a chunk out of one of them hollow chunks and just curve it around here, because it is tipped up a little bit. I got a little gap under there, and since that's the north, I really kind of want to make sure this is as airproof as I can get. But I am gonna have to cut that little branch off, or I think it's an old post. But that'll make a nice little area right here. Build all of this up a little bit higher and have my opening to the southeast. Make pretty nice little camp. Get all that stuff cleaned up so I can have a nice old big old fire out here. It'll be a fun time. But it is starting to pick up more. I think we're gonna call this video a quit. You guys all have a good day, and hope you like what I'm doing, because I think this is gonna make for a fun little camp. Not gonna be super big. Be able to sleep out here in the winter, because if something happens, I can walk to the house. Probably gonna have to trim that sucker up a little bit. Probably have to try to plug it with something just so I don't get a funnel coming through here with wind. I'm probably gonna have to build up underneath the back of that, but I think I'm just gonna, one of this, like this big one over here that's still hollow, where I gotta cut a hunk off of it and use that to fill that gap. And then I got a nice curved wall, and that'll work pretty slick. And if something would happen, I could always push it out of the way and escape route. Because, you know, might have to paintball with the kids in the backyard or something. But there you guys go. Have a happy and a wonderful, and see you in the next video.